killed all the animals in the area. Charlie probably felt it was a punishment from God and went on a dream walk, meaning he went out to find the bird and offer himself in exchange for the return of the animals. Charlie now thinks the helicopter is Sedna, so there's no way they'll calm him down. 34 hours later, Charlie is wearing all his clothes, tools, and various trinkets Stanley gave him the past few days. He also uses crushed berries as paint to decorate his skin. Charlie never stops chanting, obviously eagerly waiting for the return of his god. Whenever Stanley enters the vivarium, Charlie hides until he's gone, refusing to communicate. One afternoon, Charlie takes the stairs and after watching Stanley so many times, he knows he must press the button. He enters the lab and carefully sneaks around, making sure the scientist won't see him. When he reaches an empty corridor, he finds a mirror and starts growling at his own reflection. Thinking the other man is challenging him, Charlie breaks the mirror with his spear. Then he hears a voice in the speakers and runs through the corridor in fear until he reaches the room with all the lab animals. As he checks out the bird, the bear growls, so Charlie keeps on moving. As he tries to take the next corridor, he crashes against the glass doors. He quickly tries again and the doors open automatically, allowing him to enter another room. At that moment he gets scared when he hears a vehicle moving, so he hides behind a copy machine. However, Charlie accidentally activates it and gets afraid again, so he runs. After getting startled by the elevator, he enters a lab and breaks a jar with acid, which slightly burns his hand. At that moment the scientists turn off the lights, causing Charlie to panic. He starts climbing on the furniture, only to keep slipping and breaking equipment. A scientist hears the noise and comes inside as he turns the lights back on. Charlie is startled again and immediately attacks, killing the man with his spear. Then Charlie begins running once more, going crazy when he suddenly hears the alarm. He crosses a random door and finds a tunnel that gets colder the further he goes. When he finds the fire exit, he quickly goes through it and finally makes it outside. He sees the helicopter and chases after it, so the pilot hits him with the skis to knock him out. The scientists finally show up and rescue Charlie, bringing him back inside. Moments later they look at the x-rays, which confirm Charlie has no broken bones or head injuries. The scientists are furious with Stanley, blaming his research for the death of their colleague. They announce the experiments are over and Charlie will be transferred to another facility. Stanley tries to explain Charlie will die if he's kept in a cage, but his concerns are ignored. Refusing to give up, he secretly makes a deal with the guy guarding the door. Soon Stanley enters the vivarium with a bunch of furs. Once Charlie is properly protected from the cold, Stanley takes him out for a walk. The scientists realize they're missing and go looking for them by following their footprints in the snow. As the duo keeps going, the ice shelves start falling and a crevasse suddenly opens in the ground, separating Stanley from Charlie. When the helicopter finally finds them, Charlie gets excited and yells "Beta" before jumping. He manages to hold on to the chopper's skis and happily chants during the flight. One of the pilots tries reaching for him, so Charlie lets go of the skis and falls, gliding for a few miles in a rather good mood before he meets his end.